Hello and welcome back to Spirit Mom. Today at Spirit School, we're going to discuss how you can stay in an awakened state while you're sick. As it goes, especially if you have children, you go through your life and you think you're doing great, you think you're awakening, you think you're very alive, you're in the center, you're doing everything correctly, and then bam, you're sick. And now it's back to poor me, what do I do? And just laying around feeling sorry for ourselves. What did I do to deserve this? Especially if you find yourself in the mindset, which we should be in, that we do manifest our own reality, because we do. So does that mean we manifested our sickness? Yes. Does that mean we did anything wrong? No. There's lots of theories on sickness, especially with it amping up with more and more sicknesses being out there, and they're getting very weird. They're very different. They're mixing of like different things that we haven't seen before in our lifetimes. And there's lots of theories out there that the sicknesses are, like, say what you want about the vaccine conspiracy theories, which they're malevolent, but the sickness conspiracy theories are actually wonderful. It's higher beings trying to alter our DNA in a good way. And that's why, part of the reason why more and more people are waking up is the sicknesses are altering our DNA for positive reasons. But that's just a theory. There's other things that go into it too. There's all these different things, if you look into it, about why there's so much sickness. It's also in the Bible and Revelations, that the oceans and sickness and all the air, all these things are going to be poisoned, including us. So we're definitely in biblical times right now. But that doesn't mean we need to be scared. I take the stance that the sickness is for our own good, our own evolution. Even if they're not altering our DNA when we're sick, we can still use it as a chance to awaken. We can take that chance because it's twice as hard to stay centered. It's twice as hard to stay balanced when we don't feel good. It's cold and flu season right now. This is why I'm doing this episode right now. 'Tis the season to be sick. Especially, I don't know where you are, but here it's hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. And that hot and cold mixture can really test the system and make us sick more too. But that's not for us to fret about either. All we can do is stay awakened to ourselves, understand that we're in pain and that it's nobody's fault, and that we are going to be our bigger, higher, more awakened self anyways. And at the end of the sickness, once you feel better, if you kept a level head about you, you're not going to come out of that sickness going, oh my God, I can't believe I survived that. That was terrible. You're going to come out and be like, I rocked that. Look at me. I'm awakening more. I'm feeling more alive. And every fiber, every cell in your being will literally feel more alive. And you'll be one giant step further down your path of awakening, of ascending, of making a better you. Now, what do we do when we're in the sickness? Well, we try to stay mindful. We'll have to work harder to be mindful, to remind ourselves to be centered. And it is okay in this time, though, to laze around, to watch TV, to eat what you want, but just don't let yourself get poor me. And also, you don't need to try to work past it. There's two ways, right? You could wallow, or you could try to work past it and be, I'm super strong. Because a lot of the time, the higher self can bring us sickness because it wants us to slow down. It wants us to take a reflecting time, go within, and just, I've noticed that literally. If you try to work past the sickness, they'll often make it worse, that in your body, because they wanted you to slow down. That's why they gave it to you to begin with. It's a time to realize something. Another thing you can do while you're sick is you can learn to dabble on different things that help the sickness get better. So things that make sicknesses better are, get ready to think I'm crazy, onions, lots of them. So you don't need to eat them. What you do is you cut them open, take off the outside skin and cut them open. Onions, this is a fact, suck up all the toxins in the air. One of the best things you could do is chop onions up, put them in your socks, and wear them on your feet. Because that bottom of your feet, those nerve endings, they think reflexology, they will suck the toxins right out of your feet and help you get better faster. So onions are a great tool to use. Cut them up, put them everywhere around you, especially if you're sitting around on the couch, watching TV, put them all around you there. And definitely on the feet. And that's, if you want to eat them, go ahead. They're very healing. as well as ginger and garlic. Eat those as well. They're great, especially, well, garlic, but ginger will actually go down easier. Ginger's not gross. It's very good to eat in different situations. If you're making like hot drinks, you can add ginger in there and it will help you a lot, as well as all your main herbs like oregano, sage, thyme. I'm missing a lot, but all those main herbs, they're gonna be great. Making a tea, drink that down, just having them around you. Herbs are magic just to have around you too. And one thing that we can utilize now in our awakening society is CBD oil. So this comes from the cannabis plant, and there's two main parts of it, the THC and the CBD. The THC, they're technically more healing together when they work in tandem, but THC makes you like high, and some of us can't be doing that anymore. So you cut it out, you take just the CBD, it targets the main 6 symptoms. It not only makes you feel better, it makes you get better faster. So it heals you and lowers the pain in whatever it is you're feeling. Nausea, sore throat, bone aches, muscle pain, headaches, fever, all of it will get better with CBD, and permanently too. It will heal you in the pain department, but then also just literally heal you as well, which is great. And CBD, if you don't know, doesn't make you high at all. The only thing you feel is like the effects of like an Advil, how you just kind of feel in less pain and maybe a little spacey, but I mean like minor. You'd actually have to focus in and be like, yeah, I'm a little spacey, but not at all like high. And an Advil will do the same thing if you tune in. You'd be like, whoa, just fractional though. So don't even be concerned about it, because I know in a lot of countries it's legal and in a lot of states it's illegal. And even if it's not, I bet you can find it online, because I know that there's all these websites that aren't even sanctioned here that still do it. So I would definitely recommend getting your hands on CBD oil. It's great for many things and will help heal you faster. So these are just a few tips and tricks to holistically heal yourself when you're sick. But the main point of this lesson is to make sure that you stay spiritually well, that you don't let yourself sink back into a poor me state. Don't let yourself think, oh, I was progressing too far and now the demons have just brought me down. They're never gonna let me get better. They're never gonna let me ascend. I have too many demons. I just can't do this. I've been there, done that. That's exactly what I used to think when I was getting sick all the time. Because there is things as ascension sickness. Sometimes when we phase in through different vibrations, it will actually make you catch a virus. And yes, they say you don't catch a virus unless you want to, because the all is mind. And viruses are just something that always exists in our body. There's like millions in there right now. So when you succumb to something, especially if you didn't, like if you go drinking, that'll help you, that'll make you succumb. If you don't get enough sleep, that'll make you give in to the sickness. So there's things you can monitor to not get sick, but let's say you were doing everything perfect and you still got sick. Still don't wallow. Still don't think things are after you, because guess what? Even if things are, we're more powerful than them. We're in the physical world and they can't do anything to us unless we let them, unless we put ourselves in that weakened place of, oh, poor me, which is not on you. This is not an insult. That's what humans love to do. Humans go to that place, whether we consciously admit it or not. There's some people that are like, oh no, nothing gets me down. I am the strongest person. No sickness is gonna pull me down. And they might work through the sickness, but they're still sick anyways. They're just stuck in prideful denial. So your toughness is, it's good that you're not wallowing, but at the same time, you're still in a delusion state. So you're not awakening, right? Sometimes it is okay to be sad that something hurts without fully caving in and being like, poor me, because nobody's out to get you in this human world that can actually affect you unless you allowed it in your vibration and the all is mind state. We are strong enough to overcome almost everything. And if not, know that your higher self probably wanted it that way. If you worked your hardest and you still failed, then that might have been the plan. We don't know. It's one of those things that we have to just have faith. This is why the Bible preaches all about faith. You just have to have faith in your higher self and that you're doing the best that you can do in an awakened state, okay? So stay strong, people. Even if you're sick, I believe in you. Put onions in your socks. Goodbye for now, Spirit Mom.